Welcome back to the Last Remnant video walkthrough, 100% completion and a low BR run. We are continuing our side quests, but before we do that, we're going to head out to Gore and pick up some more Premier bracelets. We've run out. Our guys gobbled them up, and so we're going to have to refill them. We're going to get some more guys, and we're going to need bracelets for them also, so buying a few more here is a good idea. It's a free 15% hit point boost, and they're just wearing such crap right now. It's unfortunate that we can't buy them and equip them on all our guys, but that we have to wait for them to ask for them. But as long as we hit the world map after every significant fight, they'll ask for them. And so in this video we're going to do two side quests. One continuing on from the last video where we did the second quest for Roberto. We're going to do the third one and finally be able to recruit him, which means we got to do the whole thing with Ophelia again and agree with Roberto. But it just requires us to go to Melfina Pub here and speak with the representative to get access to the palace. Sir Rush, good heavens, we've a disaster of greater proportions. Once again, your help would be much appreciated. Commander Roberto is looking for you, so if you would come to the palace, we should all be much obliged. Alright, and so this allows us to speak with Roberto when we get to the palace, just like the last two goddamn times. But this will be the last time. Neo, any word from the squad sent to the Malbulge Flatlands? Our advanced squadron is locked in fierce fighting. The number of monsters coming from Crookfen is far higher than we'd imagined. Monster forces are on their way here to Melfina. It's only a matter of time before the vanguard falls. We must prepare for battle ourselves while we still can. Yes, we must hurry to Malbulge Flatlands. If I do not understand this outbreak, we performed the sealing not so long ago. I fear that the sealing remnant has been overpowered by someone who wishes to destroy the seal. Meister Old Beige, Sir Roberto, allow me to go as well. If the remnant's power is out of control, I must repair the seal as soon as possible. Roberto, Marcia, men of the Order, go with grace to your tasks. Alright, and we can speak to Roberto now. Master Sykes, the monsters we sealed not long ago have suddenly begun respawning. They have organized a march on Melfina. Their number are too vast to even compare with before. Currently, I prepare to lead the order to the Malbulge Flatlands to stop the wave of beasts. If we can do nothing else, the beasts must not be allowed to destroy Melfina. Master Sykes, I am ashamed to ask this of you so directly, but this is my final request. Please, would you help me protect Melfina? Of course I'll help. Master Sykes, I swear to you I shall repay this debt. Yeah, you will. Then make haste in your preparations and let us march. Then we, the brave men of the Order of Melfina, depart for the Malbulge Flatlands. That starts reviving legend. Our men on the front lines reported seeing men garbed in black. I can think of no other explanation but that the men who abducted the knights were the ones who destroyed the seal in Crookfen. Everyone, I shall restore the seal now. Until it is complete, monsters will continue to spawn. I leave them to you. Fight well, knights. Mistress Marcia, we depend on you. This is where it ends, where we, the Order of Melfina, stake our reputation and our lives to defend our sworn homeland no matter the cost. For Melfina. Okay, right off the bat, I got a new microphone, because the old microphone made my voice sound... I sounded like an idiot, so even more so than I do in real life, so I replaced that. I apologize for the sound levels being a little off between the last video and this video, but we're working through it. We're working through the problems here. This is a giant fight. This is the fight probably on the scale of the Nest of Eagles, which is the largest fight we've done so far. So this is just as large as that. However, we're going to be doing it without the benefit of David's Gabolg. So we're going to be killing these guys just as soon as, all in melee and mystic arts, not with any terraform the entire fucking battlefield spells. So the guys we see that we're fighting now, these giant amoebas, well, let me describe the battlefield. Let's see. Okay, we've got those Hypnos, and then we've got the amoebas we were just fighting, or the Pac-Man ghosts, whichever. And then there are these giant eyes, these evil eyes. We're going to leave the evil eyes alone for now because they're not going to bother us. So we want to kill these trash unions, and we absolutely, positively must gang up on them. We have to be destroying unions within the first couple rounds. If allowed to hit everybody, the Hypnos and the Amoebas will gank you. So if you don't get a good start to it, it can really spell disaster later on. There's just a lot of things on the field. And so when looking at which group to attack, we'll want to go for the one closest to us and pile all of our unions on that one. Once it's dead, move on to the next one. Even if it requires you to peel off the the group you're currently on. Okay, so we're doing just that. We're knocking out this Hypnos group, and moving toward us are these giant amoebas. We've got one giant amoeba group and the two eyeballs currently. More creatures are going to be joining us soon. We cannot reach either of the eyeballs this turn, I don't believe. So it's all about the ghosts, and might give us a chance to rest. You may also have noticed that Emmy is no longer the leader of Group 2. I switched David for her after I kept getting ganked in this battle. It's a difficult fight. So I put David in charge and hoped that he'd get enough action points to cast his Gabolds, but it never went off, so we're just going to straight struggle all these. Okay, we got the two eyeballs left. We are going to split our guys between the two of them, because we're going to have some additions coming, and we'd rather the eyeballs not pile up on us. They're not boss mobs, so we don't... There's no boss mob currently out, so we're okay to spread out on these eyeballs, so they don't attack, gang up. Okay, so now we got a couple additions. That one eyeball just became 3, and the other one still 1. We are trying to heal as we fight, as always. We're not trying to conserve action points. In fact, no time in the entire game do we try to choose lower action point abilities. You can always go for the highest action point one, and not worry about running out of them. Like, they're always refreshed at the beginning of the next round, so use all you want. The evil eyes, as you can see, have a lot of hit points, and so it takes several groups piled up on them to get their hit points down. They also have some really annoying abilities, like they'll debilitate, they'll silence you from being able to cast Mystic Arts, basically nulling our Mystic Arts union. And they have some area of effect stuff, some small area of effect stuff. Later on they get vicious. Okay, who just joined us? 3 bosses. And if you've been following this quest series, the first time we came to Crookfen for Roberto, we came here to seal 3 columns. There were like 3 enchanted columns, and there was a ruler of flank at each one of them, like a ruler of swords, a ruler of shields, and a ruler of mystic arts. And so those are those 3 bosses that just joined us. So we're fighting all 3 of them at the same time also. But we don't want to go toward them. Believe it or not, these eyeballs are a bigger priority. We've got to get those taken down before they just debilitate everybody. Later on, eyeballs, You could argue that the eyeballs are the toughest creature type in the game. Like the ones later on, the observers at least, like they do everything right. Like they'll turtle up and do high defense in the first couple rounds, and then after like 3 or 4 rounds, they will overload or whatever and just kill everybody. Like if you don't kill them in 3 rounds, they'll just kill everybody. So later on, they get really vicious. Right now, they're just giant sacks of hit points that debilitate us, so we need to get them out of the way. It's not going to stop the named from coming after us, though. Okay, these guys finished off their eyeball, so they can go help with the other eyeball. Yeah, those bosses are going to try and attack our guys. They're not going to wait patiently. And when they do, we're still going to need to peel off the bosses and get back on the eyeballs. I believe those 3 bosses still have the same hit points I listed last time. Like they're still 40,000, 50,000, and 90,000, or whatever it was. I think that was it. So I think the crab is the smallest, and, or the little shell guy. I think he's a crab. So we need Cademan or Darian to get or Emmy to get a lucky hit here and just knock out this eyeball so we can move on. Yes, break off, get back on the eyeball. Yes. He's already on the eyeball, that's good, give it all you got. Or clear an ailment. Yeah, Roberto is our guest union. Pretty soon he'll be a permanent part. No more quests for Roberto after this. Just sneeze on it, it's almost dead. Oh, one of the guest unions killed it. Good times. Alright, that knocks that out. And, let's see, looks like Russia's group had no choice but to engage the boss. I think after the eyeball died, they looked for another target. Did not know to look for the other eyeball. That one has so few hit points, I may just leave Rush on it. I'm not sure. I do notice that a couple times in this fight, it takes me a while to decide like which combat option I want to do, and if you ever see that in the video where it takes me a while to decide what I want to do, it's just that it's a long fight and I didn't want to screw anything up. So we're not going to get off this guy because he's red and blinking, so he's almost dead. We're not going to go to the eyeball, we're just going to knock him out, hopefully, or kill her. Oh, yeah, Rush is debilitated and almost dead, so let's take care of that. Get all these others on the eyeball. If we can get them knocked out this round, then we'll have just the bosses left over. And Rush clears himself up. Okay, oh, we haven't even damaged this eyeball. Oh boy. This fight, the first few times I did it, was so unbelievably difficult because there's eyeballs. Just they either got lucky, or in this video and this attempt, I got lucky and they didn't do anything at all. Yeah, that lightning is pretty common, but they only do it like maybe once or twice in the video. But when I had the losing streak, all those eyeballs were just lightning shit up. Okay, we're gonna hang in there. I don't think anybody dies, actually, come to think of it. Which is ironic. I'm not sure what BR we were when we did the 3 bosses before, but I have to believe that they've toned the bosses down when they give you all 3 of them here. Like, it's not the same fight. Because we're not that many levels above where we were when we did it the first time and fought them individually. They just seem like they're not doing anything in these rounds, too. to hurt us while we're on the eyeball. They should be ganking us from behind and making us pay for ignoring them. But they're not. Like, oh, that, like one of them was on standby? Like maybe one of the bosses doesn't engaging? Could be that the one of the rulers does not engage. He was on standby. Well, I might as well take this opportunity to explain something about the UI that I haven't mentioned. If you look to the lower right, you see, or lower left and the lower right, you see two numbers. Like that number there is 1755 is the amount of damage we're doing on the right. If you look on the left, that's the amount of damage that the mob does to you. So you can kind of gauge how bad an attack is from a mob by looking at that number on the left. And seeing how well your guys are progressing by looking at your damage on the right. Oh, turn 13, is it not over yet? Well, it's probably over for that. So, okay, he did 3,800. Rush's Omni Strike, that will eventually get vicious. I mean, he does like almost 150,000 damage with it later on. Same Omni Strike ability, just yeah, skills leveled up. Okay. That's a little spoiler alert for later. The damage scales up so fast after you get your skills up that it's these fights are laughable. But it's only a pain now. Like, you don't have to worry about every fight in all the videos being this long and drawn out. It's not like that. Like, we'll eventually do our PC Ultimate grind, and then we'll be dancing for a while. But you just have to get through this rough spot of some really difficult quests at low BR. Okay, are we just left with the Ruler of Weapons now? Now, this is the guy that tormented us to hell. I think it's the one with 90,000 hit points, which is probably why he's still alive. He'd debilitate, he'd blow that smoke, and he'd kill Union's now we have a chance for some payback here. We're now 15-1 on him, so, or 16-1 if you count Roberto against Union. And we're going to try and keep our hit points up, try and get as many heals as we can here in the last round or two of this fight. Last chances for skill ups. I think we're still, amazingly, after killing all these mobs, we're still going to stay BR9. Yeah, still BR9. So we didn't level up. We get a lot of skill ups though.
Little by little.
A couple people upgrade their herbs. Yeah, there you go. Cademan's restorative herbs, and somebody else upgrades their remedies.
May the God Emperor bless you all.
Torgal earned a new
just the beginning.
quad wheel, and Page's got his remedies upgraded.
This is exactly what I need.
Didn't we just give you exactly what you needed a second ago? I guess the last 6 fangs weren't enough. You needed more.
This is what I've been searching for.
That's an addiction. Well, what? The monsters. Hypnos is disappearing, bro. What do we do? This power. So this is the true strength of the bond between the Order and the Forest Maidens. We're out of options, and Melfina still won't submit. They're made of sterner stuff than we thought. They've got something we just don't. But bro, if we go home with a report like that to the big man, we're gonna... Right, we won't be living to say much else. He hates failure more than anything. Yeah, hey, forget this. How about we just get out of here? Maybe if we run back home, the Association's assassins won't catch up. ... It seems I was able to restore the seal, sorry. Sir Roberto, Knights of the Order, Master Sykes, your devotion and dedication to our beloved country is what allowed my prayers to be received by the heavens. It is all thanks to you we still stand, Mistress Marcia. I must say the same for you, Sir Roberta. Come all, let's return to Melfina. Master Sykes, through crisis that threatened the realm, you lent your steel. I'll not forget this debt in my lifetime. Young Sykes, there's an old tale passed down from ruler to successor of this country for ages. In the times before there was a land called Melfina, there lived a beautiful priestess who held a mysterious power. Stunned by her beauty, the god emperor desired her for his own, but the priestess had already promised her heart to a certain knight. Bitterly angry, the emperor placed a curse upon Crookfen. From that moment, many demons appeared in Crookfen. The area became known as a forbidden place. For 3 full days and nights, the priestess prayed, trying to return Crookfen to the beautiful place it had been. To protect the priestess as she prayed, the knight sworn to her stood guard, slaying any monster who dared assault her. When the pair found themselves at the limit of their strength, a dazzling light appeared, enveloping the demons. A remnant with the power to seal evil had been born. The earnest prayers of the strongly bound pair had been enough to transcend time and space and reach the remnant. What happened today, I believe, brought me a taste of that legend. Young Sykes, you are our country's hero. Commander, is it true that the men behind all this were allowed to escape with their lives? Oh, jeez. It is. However, once Marsh's prayer sealed the monster, the fear in their eyes was clear. Those men who will not threaten this land again. Commander, you are too soft. Think of the losses the Order has suffered due to those outlaws. Crime cannot go unpunished. For the honor of the Order, the cowards must be found, and their evils redressed. Ophelia, to strike down those who flee, accepting their defeat, does that not tarnish the honor of the Order more than aught else? Oh, I gotta do the tie-break thing again. Well, a night without mercy isn't much of a night. Ophelia, your pride in the Order rivals only my own, and your strong sense of justice is one of the reasons I wanted you in this position. None can question your might with steel. All that is left is your heart. A true knight thinks of others before himself, and showing mercy is not an effort, but second nature. Commander. Roberto, let us not get ahead of ourselves. For now, let us show our gratitude for young Sykes' assistance in defending Melfina. Oh yes. Master Sykes, take this as a token of our gratitude. 20,000 gold, yes. And Melfina's certificate of gratitude. Master Sykes, forgive me, this parley has stretched long, yet I wish to repay. If in the future travels the road ahead becomes rough, please call upon me. No matter the trouble, I shall provide my counsel and my steel without hesitation. Young Sykes, you truly have become a hero to our land. And he's right. He's going to give us Paulson is combat. So you concentrate on combat arts. Roberto's going to let us recruit him now. However, you can't talk to him there in the palace and recruit him. We got to go to the Union and buy him. Also available is, if you wanted him, Neo, Venery, and I can't remember, Lacora, or whatever the 3 guys we rescued in the last of this chain. But we just want Roberto. Yes, 25 grand, and he's worth every penny. And so we're going to be doing something just joyful here. We're going to be replacing that son of a bitch Loki, who we've been forced to have in our party against our will. And I had David and Emmy switched for this fight because I was hoping David's Gibol will go off, but
I will be honored to carry out this task.
No dice there. So we'll put Emmy back in charge. And that wraps up this quest. We finally get a nice addition, one of our final 18 with us. We're ready to proceed to the next one. The next one being the Cosmos Maiden. And I'm a liar. I'm a big, fat, dirty liar. I said there were no more quests that we didn't have to fight in. And there is. There's this one. This one, you don't have to fight anybody, and we're not going to. I have no good excuse for why I blatantly lied and said that we're done with all the quests that are 0 XP quests. But I think this just got lost in the cracks, or it's possible I was holding on to it because there is an ability to farm a really nice dragon here. But I maybe held it for the cash. Hey kid, got a minute? What's up? Okay, the job's real simple. I just need you to find a girl and bring her here to town. See? Everyone in town's getting ready for a big celebration called the Cosmos Fest. It's an ancient festival that's been held for hundreds of years. However, for some reason, this year's Cosmos Maiden hadn't made it yet. Folks in town have started wondering if she's okay, but we're so busy getting things ready that we don't have time to go look for her. So I'd like you to go out and find the Cosmos Maiden for us. I mean, she probably just left late or is traveling kind of leisurely, something like that, but you never know if she ran into monsters. Anyhow, we're sort of in a hurry, right? So will you help us out? I'll get your maiden back safe. Great! I really appreciate it. I'm sure she just got caught up somewhere along the way, probably Crookfin. Try looking around there, would you? And they're going to instantly port us to Crookfin, so we got no choice but to check here. The first time through here, this looks like a normal Crookfin zone. However, it's going to change when we find the girl. We're heading straight to the girl. In fact, the space I'm getting ready to walk through right now holds a dragon called Baizé that we spoke about last time. A lot of people farm it. He's a 100% chance of capture. So if we fight him and kill him, we'll definitely capture him. We'll receive him as loot. And he's a shitload of money. It's like 67,000 gold if you sell him, and you can get 100 of them and sell them. You can repeat this quest as many times as you want. Well, not repeat it. You kind of fail it. You kill the Baizé, you fail the quest, and you take it again, so that he'll respawn, because he will always spawn after talking to the Cosmos chick, who's right here, Cheryl. Oh, hello. Today is nice, isn't it? It's so warm and sunny. Look, aren't they cute? I've been counting the killiefishes. They sure are a lot of them. So I'm a little tired. You the Cosmos girl? Oh, you know about that? My name is Cheryl. Ever since I was little, I've wanted to be the Cosmos Maiden. I can't believe they picked me. Lucky, huh? Giggle. Oh no, I almost forgot. I can't do this now. I've got to get to Nagapur. Where's Nagapur? Lots of dots. Hey, us meeting here has got to be, fate or whatever, right? So we should stick together all the way to Nagapur. Our newfound friendship hasn't got anything to do with me maybe being a teensy bit lost, really. But you should walk in front. Anyway, let's get going. Oh yeah, and let's try to avoid monsters, okay? I know they just want to play, but I don't really have time for roughhousing, you know? Okay, Cheryl joined you. I think you can get her as a, you can recruit her. After you do both Cosmos quests, probably. But you can see this place has kind of turned into Jurassic Park. There's all these flying drakes, and there's, or vultures, and there's also this dragon over here to the right, which we're avoiding. The reason why I chose to farm minerals and not Baizés is Baizé gives you experience. That's the bottom line. If we fought him, even though they'd give us massive amounts of gold, more than we'd need, it would increase our BR, and we don't want to do that right now. We're not ready. We don't have anywhere near as many of our final 18 as we need before we start leveling. So we have to skip him, and we have to do this quest. So we'll get that out of the way and earn no experience. Whew! We should be right outside Nagapur by now. Wow, that didn't take any time at all. I figured we'd be traveling for a couple weeks. I know, it's hard to believe, but I can be a bit of a lazybones. But to be done already is like getting an early birthday present. I think she's legally retarded. Oh hey, I guess if I think of it, you helped out by walking where I could follow or see where I was on the right track. Thank yous. Well, here in Nagapur I've got something really, really important I have to do, so I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, it's you, finally. I've been waiting for you to come back. The Cosmos Maiden just showed up a minute ago, safe and sound. She made it in time for the festival. What a load off my chest. Though I figured you'd come in together. You get split up or something? Whatever. No biggie. The point is, you totally saved me in the festival. Thanks. Take this. A javelin and 5k gold. Alright, guess I'd better get back to work. There's still so much to do for the festival. We'll be burning the midnight oil on this one. I gotta run, but thanks again. And make sure you come back for the Cosmofest. Alright? Alright. I'm going to change my answer and say that I didn't lie, and that I intentionally held this because I was debating on whether or not to farm by Zay. But I'm probably lying about that because we've already decided I'm a liar, and I probably can't be trusted. This was accidental to say that there are no more. And David's going to keep telling you to go to Worm's Keep, but if you do, you'll lose quests, so you don't want to follow his advice. We did just get Roberto, so we got to shut off all his annoying stuff that we don't want to work. His art, I don't think he doesn't have mystic arts or anything, but we'll turn potions off. Okay, and so he'll just be doing combat stuff and won't be annoying us with learning potion stuff. See you in the next vid!